Do you have any clue as to whether you have the financial wherewithal to call it a day? What's your future in retirement? How do you visualize yourself in retirement? Is it going to be a new lease of life, no longer bound by the constraints of work and freedom to pursue new goals? Or is it going to be a fear of not having enough money in your nest egg, as a comfortable retirement isn't free? Hi, I'm Wei Ling, and in this video I'll be sharing on why one needs to plan for one's retirement and why it's never too early to start planning, as financial success don't happen by chance. The three components of a comfortable retirement are financial security, good health, and a happy, meaningful life. Try as you may, time cannot be stopped or even delayed. So don't put retirement planning on the back burner because you're too caught up in the rat race. Retirement is a huge transition, and just like other life events, take preparation. The longer we delay planning, the shorter the time frame we have to accumulate savings effectively. Insufficient funding would mean that you have to continue working way past the retirement age. What if you are not able to continue working? Or what if you can't rely on your children for financial support? Building the right foundation at an early age would set you comfortably for life. How confident are you about your retirement prospects? The cost of retirement may be more than you think. To better prepare for retirement, you need to have an accurate sense of where you stand, and the only way to do that is to crunch the numbers and see whether you are on track. Maintaining your standard of living throughout your retirement can vary depending on several factors, i.e., how early in your career you begin to save, how you invest your savings, the age at which you plan to retire, and how much you earn during your career. Yes, money is not everything, but without money, you cannot do or have many things. That is the reality of today. Given today's improvement in life expectancies, people have longer lifespans of between 75 to 78 years of age. What this means is that we are living longer lives and therefore will require more to fund our retirement. Assuming that your monthly expense is $3,500 and you're going to maintain this lifestyle throughout your retirement of 20 years. To be able to do so, one has to have 1.26 million at the onset of your retirement. What if you could live longer? Would your funding be sufficient? We must all suffer from one of two pains: the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. The difference is that discipline weighs ounces while regret weighs tons. Assuming that you are going to retire at 55 and live till 75, that would require you a funding for 20 years. Assuming then that your monthly expense is 4,000 and you are going to maintain that lifestyle throughout your retirement. At an inflation rate of 4%, the nest egg that you will require is 1.47 million at the onset of your retirement. So are you ready for retirement? It goes without saying that the higher your monthly expenses and the longer you live, the higher would be the required amount of funding. Apart from one's life expectancy, the rate of withdrawal from the nest egg will determine whether you outlive your retirement fund or your retirement fund outlives you. Gauging how much you can withdraw from your assets annually over a long retirement is no easy task. Assuming a nest egg of 500,000 at a rate of withdrawal of 8%, the nest egg would only last 15 years, while at a reduced rate of 4%, the nest egg would last 40 years. Do you have a realistic idea of how much you can safely draw from your nest egg? Aside from lifestyle and life expectancy, the other challenge that may impact your achieving that financial goal is that of inflation. The other factor is the ever-rising medical costs. Healthcare costs tend to rise at a much higher rate than general inflation. There is no single saving rate that is right for everyone. However, the earlier one starts, the bigger would be the quantum of your nest egg. Assuming that one makes a monthly saving of 1,000 at a rate of return of 8%, and assuming that one will retire at 55, one that starts at the age of 25 would have accumulated a savings of 1.3 million, while one who has a later start would only have accumulated 325,000. So don't wait until it's too late. Start building the nest egg. Yes, the later you start, the more you have to set aside to reach that financial goal. This slide gives you an idea of what a 10-year delay in saving and investing would cost you. Assuming a similar investment amount and a rate of return of 8%, an individual who started at 26 would have accumulated a higher amount compared to an individual who started 10 years later. The individual who started earlier had benefited from the investment compounding over a longer period. This table gives you an idea of what the cumulative amount of a monthly investment of $100 would be over a period of years, depending on varying rates of return. Assuming that the monthly investment is 1,000 instead, then it will take you to accumulate $1 million in 25 years at a rate of return of between 8 to 10%, or over 15 years at a rate of 20%. So, as you can very well see, saving for in retirement isn't enough. You need to invest. Yes, your money needs to work hard and not be languishing in investments with low returns. Now that you have an idea of how much retirement would cost, depending on various factors, the next step would be to make sure your retirement plans are on track and not be of concern. If you would like to discuss on how to go about doing so, please contact me accordingly. Thank you.